Hi Cancer, welcome to your August love read for the August the 15th through the 31st, 2019. This is going to be a collective read, so if you don't resonate with it, please check out your moon and rising signs, and possibly your messages will be there. Also, if you see me take a sip of water, it'll be from a wine glass because I am new to YouTubing, and my guides have said just chill out, have some fun. So I figured if I drink my water out of a wine glass, that's kind of fun, right? I know, I'm boring. But anyway, I am going to right now ask God, our guides, our angels, our archangels, and the Holy Spirit to bless these cards and bring us with them clarification, validation, and confirmation about the roads that we navigate in regard to love. We thank you for blessing these cards with love, light, and prosperity. Okay, guys. Let's see. The first thing I'm going to do is pull 3 energy cards. It's going to be where you've been in regard to love, where you are currently in regard to love, and where you're headed. Okay? And once we do that, we'll pull some tarot and get some clarification on the energies themselves. More meat to the story, the meaty part of the story. Okay, Cancer. Recently, you have been preparing for your destiny. You're getting ready to walk into everything it is that you want. That's where your mind has been recently. That's what you've been focused on, is your wishes being fulfilled in regard to love. And in the center, you're looking at a firm foundation. Okay, so this could be that possibly you recently met your destiny, and now you're planting a firm foundation within your love relationship. And then the future shows disruption. Okay, so let's see where this is going to go. The tarot always is very good at clarifying things and helping us to understand things better. Sometimes a disruption is something as simple as an epiphany, that life isn't the way we thought it was, that relationships aren't the way we thought they were, or something like that. And it's not always a bad thing. Sometimes it comes off that way in the beginning, but then it ends up being like the best thing in the world, best thing that ever could have happened. So we're going to see what happens. What is this disruption about in the future? Okay, guys. Show us clearly, why is destiny showing up as recent past in regard to love in Cancer's reading for August the 15th through the 31st? Why is the destiny card showing up in regard to love in the recent past position for Cancer, August 15th through the 31st? Okay. They're saying that you decide to step back and look at things from a different perspective as far as your relationships go. So what this is telling me is possibly that you didn't necessarily, you weren't necessarily in a relationship, or if you were, you stepped back away from it so that you could look at things a little bit differently. You wanted to detach yourself and possibly ask yourself, if you were my friend, what advice would I give you in regard to this relationship and what you want in the future? So basically, this is, you've been evaluating possibly yourself, but definitely yourself in regard to love. Okay, it shows you as the messenger of air. Okay, so the messenger of air is obviously an air sign, which is Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. So perhaps you were dealing with a Gemini, or you have your eyes set on a Gemini, or Aquarius or Libra, an air sign. Doesn't necessarily mean that's the case. But this messenger of air also brings in a spirit of, or an air of confidence, of truth-seeking, of truth-delivering, inspiration, feeling connected to spirit. If you look, this woman in this card is it's like an ethereal type scene around her. It's almost like she's in water, but she's not in water. This is an air card. So, but there's light beaming out of that blueness, out of that trust. The blue is trust to me, and confidence. And there's light beaming out of it onto her face. So she is looking at things from a different perspective and possibly seeing who she is and what she really wants for the very first time. Now, again, this is not gender specific. I'm saying she because this is a woman on the card. Okay, but it is definitely not gender specific. Okay, give us another card showing us why is this Destiny card showing up in Cancer's love read for August 15th through the 31st. Okay. And they're saying, wow, strength. Because you have come, because you have come into understanding who you are. All these cards basically say the same thing, that you've decided what it is you want for your future as far as a love relationship goes. And I'm getting the feeling that Cancer, at the moment, you're not in a relationship because this card is showing me that there's too much inner work going on right here. So this is what you're working toward, is becoming in union with your destiny as far as love goes. Okay, all right. So currently, this is what you've been working on in the recent past. Currently, you're at a firm foundation. So let's see what Spirit has to say in regard to that. Show us why firm foundation is showing up in this reading in the current position in regard to love for Cancer. Show us clearly, why is this card showing up in the current position in regard to love for Cancer, August 15th through the 31st. Okay. Wow. Okay, so you're getting the Star card. This is another, this is actually the sign of Aquarius. This is Aquarius's card. So it's possible, Cancer, that you're looking at or looking for an Aquarius. We had the air sign a while ago, and now we're getting the Star card, which is Aquarius, which is an air sign. So I'm not saying that's who you're dealing with. I'm just saying that this is possibly somebody that you have your eye on, somebody that you feel would be a great match for you. And you feel like they would be a firm, not that they would be a firm foundation, but they could be a part of your firm foundation. In other words, you have things, this is a very physically inspired card. It's about determination. It's about resourcefulness. It's about keeping your feet planted on the ground. It's about taking one step in front of the other, not getting in a hurry, not getting rushed, that kind of stuff, and using your resources wisely and all that. So there's this Aquarius out there possibly, or some other person who is like the star, who embodies these star qualities that you're looking for, possibly that has come into your life now, that you feel would be a good match, a good fit for what you possibly started manifesting a while back. You're getting the Two of Fire. Okay, so you're not in a hurry. Again, this is somebody who is very firmly planted, knows how to do things methodically, taking one step at a time. You're not getting in a hurry. You're not overly goo-goo or gaga. Not that you don't really have deep feelings for this person, but you see them as somebody worth a long-term relationship, and possibly you haven't even connected with them yet. But this card right here is showing that you're going to take your time and you're going to let the light guide you, and you're going to go one step at a time with this. You're going to almost mirror, or they're mirroring this quality right here. You're going to just let the light light your way, and you're going to go one step at a time, really slow and really easy. And this is a fire sign, okay? So fire is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is the king of fire, which is very, very closely related to the emperor, Okay, so you have the Aquarius right here, then you have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And actually you have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius right here also. So this Emperor, King of Fire, is very similar to the Emperor in that first thing to notice is that he leads with the heart. In everything that he does, he takes the heart matters of the heart into consideration. How's it going to affect people? How's it going to, not that he's going to bend over backwards to make sure somebody's feelings doesn't get hurt, not that, because he's very true to himself also, but that he takes, he's very compassionate towards people, okay? He's also very wise. This might be an older person. There might be an age gap, and I'm saying he, but it can be a she. But this might be somebody a little bit older than you, possibly, but they're very wise, and they project themselves that way, and people look up to them. People actually look up to them for guidance in their own lives, okay? So it looks like this firm foundation, either you have determined after all of this inner work, you have determined that this is what you want in your future, and this is where you're settling now, is that this is what you want, or you have met this person and y'all are just starting to date or talk or something like that, but you're thinking, okay, this person checks off all the boxes, okay, because they are part of that firm foundation that I choose to go forward with in my life. So very interesting, Cancer. Let's see what this disruption card's about. Show us clearly, why is disruption showing up in the future placement in Cancer's reading about love for August 15th through the 31st? Why is disruption showing up in their future in regard to love for August 15th through 31st? Show us clearly. Okay, wow. So you have the Hierophant, okay. Hierophant is about traditions, religious and spiritual practices, and things like that. So it's a possibility that this person might push you, not physically, but emotionally and mentally push you to think about things in a way spiritually that you've never thought about them before. And they have, remember, they're coming in with wisdom. I'm not saying that you have to believe everything they say or anything like that. All I'm saying is they're going to push that envelope a little bit, and it's possible that you have come from such a strong tradition of religion that they're bringing to you now is like a little bit out there. So they're going to kind of push your buttons a little bit where that's concerned. This is a very spiritual card, and it's about structures and things like that, and this is about breaking things down. So it looks like some structures may come falling down in your mind, or in it, like I said earlier, it could be something as simple as an epiphany, that you have an epiphany that, oh wow, that's not the way it really is, and because this person has given you some enlightenment somewhere in your thought processes. And the next card is the Nine of Fire. Okay, so this is a great card to have, especially in this situation, because you've had this battle before within yourself. Actually, this is synonymous with the Nine of Wands in the traditional tarot, and what that means is that's a person who has had a lot of battles and falls down and gets back up, and falls down and then gets back up and keeps moving forward. Okay, so you've had some similar, because it's coming right after the Hierophant, right after the spiritual thing, you've had some of these battles within yourself in the past, as far as what are your beliefs whenever it comes to divine? What are your beliefs when it comes to angels and guardian angels and all that stuff? So this is probably going to shake things up a little bit, because you're going there again. Okay, but in the past, you've always found your way to your answers by following your light, by following the light within, and by being slow and methodical, taking that one step at a time, like we were talking about earlier. And your final card is Messenger of Earth. Okay, so you're very, you have true grit, and you're determined to do it right. Again, to be methodical, to be resourceful, to be able to work with the resources that you have, and to be able to do that wisely. But you're also very enthusiastic about it, and a little bit hard-headed in some cases. Okay, so that going forward, if this is an actual relationship that has taken place, that has come into fruition based on your the work that you've been doing on yourself, okay, in the recent past, and now this is a relationship that's coming into fruition, or you see as having every potential to come into fruition. Okay, these are some things, some major issues that, and I say major because it's probably important to both of you, some things that you might want to be thinking about or looking at and perhaps looking at in different ways. Okay, so I'd like to know how that plays out in your life, in your different stories. I'm sure there's different scenarios in all of these readings. I mean, in this one reading, there's so many different scenarios it could be. But I'd love to know what's going on with you, Cancer. And if you don't mind, leave it in the comments. And like I said, hit like and subscribe. I do have a PS for you. We're going to find out, what does your spirit team have to say about this overall reading in regard to you and love for August the 15th through the 31st, 2019. Okay, Cancer, let's see what we got here. We've got the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so this is a card, actually this is the same card as this. In this particular, this is an oracle deck, okay? So this deck, this card talks about firm foundations. And remember, I told you he's methodical and he's determined, and he takes one step at a time, and he's slow in his movement. That's because he comes from a guarded position. Okay, so this card kind of reiterates where you are right now. I don't feel your energy is guarded, but I do feel you as very not determined, but purposefully moving at a certain pace where this is all concerned. You're not in a hurry. You're not the little girl with the wide eyes and starry-eyed and all goo-goo-eyed. You're not that person, girl or guy. But this is going to be a more mature relationship as far as you're concerned. Okay? And I've got that Tower again. Okay? So this is backing this up. And this is about spiritual practices between you and them. Your practices may be different. And he may be pushing you a little further when it comes to what you believe about yourself, or what you believe about the divine, or all that stuff. Just pushing you a little further as far as expanding your belief systems or stuff like that. And then I've got the Hermit card, which is go within. They're saying just go within, because guess what? You have all the answers within yourself. You were created that way. So go within. See the lantern that he's holding? I've got another card here. Two came out, so I'm going to use that one too. See the lantern that he's holding? She's carrying the light. So this is the Nine of Fire, and this is the Hermit. This is Virgo energy. So yeah, and you're Cancer. So this is Virgo energy, and this is also Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But she's carrying the light. That is how she's taken her steps forward. And they're saying that's how you're going to move forward. You're going to go within. Okay? And you've already reached a milestone. Probably more than one. You've already reached a milestone. We were talking about that a while ago whenever we talked about this same card, the Nine of Fire, that you've probably had these things within yourself before. So don't get wigged out or anything just because this other person is wanting to talk about something that's not necessarily sounding like something you already know. Like they're just pushing you a little further. And a lot of times, these towers, not a lot of times, it's always an intervention to grow us a little more or to put us back on our path. So but it's going to have to do with spirituality. Okay, Cancer, that's your reading for August the 15th through the 31st in regard to love. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Please leave some comments and let me know how this story resonated with you. And also hit like and subscribe and the little bell notification thingy. And after that, I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great day. Bye.